As promised, here is part 2 of the Q&A video, and thanks to all of you that submitted your questions for part 1 and those of you that submitted your questions here for part 2. Let's get started. Sinner 51190 asks, with John Cena's recent turn, which do you think would have been a more appropriate time and would have had a more long-lasting positive impact on the business? Turning in 2010, revealing him as the Nexus leader to face Taker at Mania 27, or 2011 to join Vince against CM Punk? Great question. Great question. Huh. Technically, would it have been after WrestleMania 28 when he lost to The Rock? Like, that feels logical. Like, these other ones you bring up certainly could have worked. Like, you could have, in 2011, you could have tried to make CM Punk the hero of the people and Cena represent corporate greed and corporate evil. 2010, having him be the face and the mastermind of the Nexus, that would have been interesting. That would have been really compelling. I think you had the more natural opportunity to do that in 2012 with WrestleMania 28, though. Because you have Rock beat him, and then the next night Brock Lesnar comes back. Like, that felt like that was the time, honestly, for it to have the maximum impact. Zain Edin Bailey, I hope I said that right. I probably didn't. I apologize. Do you think Cena's heel run could redeem him a bit in your eyes if it turns out to be great? Here's what I'll give credit to, this so-called heel run. He had a heel run for 15 fucking years. I'd almost call this like a truth run at this point. Because when was he ever really a fucking babyface? Let's be honest here. He was the fucking obstacle. It would redeem him in this sense, is that he would have shown the versatility as a top guy to be able to work a character multiple ways. Even though I feel like it's too fucking late. That's the one thing, right? It feels like it's too late. It would be great if it turns out great, but I admittedly am a bit skeptical about it right now. Whoa asks, why do you think the fans haven't turned on Cody as a babyface in the same way they did John Cena and early Roman Reigns? Cody's forced, but he also went to AEW for a period of time, so fans got a break from him, right? And it wasn't like he was always pounding the top spot from day fucking one. You get what I mean? People also remember Cody like being put in some bad shit. They remember the Stardust gimmick. So as much as I personally don't like Cody, like, to me it's not hard to understand why the fans haven't fully turned on him like they did, you know, peak Decade of Doom Cena and Thuffer and Thuckatash Roman Reigns. Like, it's not hard to see, and I think that's part of it, right? Yeah. Cody's forced, but he's not that level of forced. Just saying. Soviet Bear Good asks, since Cena is heel now, boy, a lot of John Cena questions in this one. How about that shit, huh? That's how you know 2025 is fucking bizarre. It's the farewell tour. Might as well fucking get these questions in. Since Cena's heel now and Orton is full babyface, what are the chances that this SummerSlam we will get Cena versus Orton for the title? This time it counts. I'm sorry. It just doesn't fucking work the same. It had to be WrestleMania. It had to be. That's part of the whole fucking point. They had never faced off what I won at WrestleMania. So if you're telling me, like, that's next year's WrestleMania main event, sign me the fuck up. Fuck that farewell tour for Cena. Run it through Mania, damn it. I think your chances are low, but not zero. Give me John Cena and R-Truth facing off. Oh, that would be fantastic. R-Truth, you know, goes after his childhood hero who has let him down and said, fuck them kids. Be fantastic. Cena could take out little Jimmy. Oh my God, the possibilities are endless. Surge TV 85. Should WWE get rid of the 2011 guys? I didn't think of them as the 2011 guys, but yeah, these are some of the guys on top in 2011, I guess, right? R-Truth, Miz, Sheamus, New Day, etc. At this point, no. I don't really see a reason that you'd have to get rid of any of them. They all play their roles, so nah, I think I'm good with them. Hot Boil asks, now that John Cena has turned heel, will you review 12 rounds of the Marine? All right. He made a character turn into true John Cena, not a heel. We need to understand the distinction. Heel turn my ass. He's always been the fucking heel. He just went in a different direction with it, if you will. But that in no way, shape, or form means I'm going to be watching 12 rounds of the fucking Marine. Fuck you. Fuck that WWE Studios bullshit. You remember how much I used to try and force that shit? Like Vince so badly wanted to get out of fucking wrestling so he could make movies. And he just kept throwing money at this fucking vacuum of suck. Like it was a financial pit at the end of the day. I'm so glad they've gotten out of that business. Bob Johnson, who would you be willing to push you watching, or excuse me, it would help if I could read. Would you be willing to push your watching wrestling to WrestleMania 42? Well, I didn't say I would totally stop watching wrestling. Did I? Did I? Just saying. Gunther Jackson, is there any way you could see yourself continuing to make content after this year? The one thing you should always say about wrestling is never say never. Pot Thesis asks, how can you call yourself a cuck for the black people and not see the parallels between the final boss and Diddy? What? I don't even know if I want to dignify this with a fucking response. Oh my god. The final boss and Diddy? Really? You see significant parallels between the two of them? Oh, fuck off. It's late, folks. Whatever. It takes all types. It's all an awesome fucking question. Um, as a Caucasoid, a presumed Caucasoid, you might not be a Caucasoid for all the fuck I know. Do you need not see how stupid your comparison is? I don't fucking know, dude. But your question got me giggling, so you know what? Fucking, I'll take that. MFA2 asks, what are your thoughts on CM Punk's overall run since coming back? I think it's been solid, right? But, you know, admittedly, I've never been a huge Punk guy. I've always thought he was kind of phony, personally. So I think it's been fine though. Like, hopefully he actually makes it healthy to WrestleMania. That would be major progress. Rick Skullman 23. Can you start assuming the Tony Khan position? Do you need to chug 6 energy drinks first, book 47 matches in one night, and hug every wrestler that you see? No. In order for me to do that, I would have to watch AEW, and if it was something related to Tony Khan, I would need to come up with a separate and unique gimmick. There are only 2 wrestlers that have ever merited their own position. That was Marvelous Mark with the assumed Kelly Kelly position, and then the other one. Don't do it, AEW. Don't fucking do it. You don't want this. I promise you, you don't want this. Ugh. Anyways, and you did that on purpose. You know you did, because you knew it was going to trigger me. Wrestling Rants asks, how much do you think history changes if Lex Luger won the WWF title at SummerSlam 93? Well, I think quite a bit, right? Like Luger gets the title, he might not go to WCW in late 95. It might have delayed Brett's ascension to the top. A lot of things could have worked out differently. It'd be very interesting to think about that possibility, right? It's always one of those ultimate what-if scenarios. Like WCW put their world title on in 97, and it was memorable. And the WWF never pulled the trigger. Like they wanted to make him their Hulk Hogan so bad. And it just never happened. And they were lost after that with him. So I think history could have changed quite a bit, certainly. CM fucking Goof asks, you've gone on record saying you absolutely hated Biker Taker. Yes, because it was stupid. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Fuck that shit. So what would you have done differently with Taker's gimmick from late 99 or to late 2003? Uh, that wouldn't involve him being a biker. I'd have taken just about anything else except him being a fucking biker. That's the real Undertaker. That's the real Mark Calloway. I don't want to see the real fucking Mark Calloway. I want to see the fucking Undertaker. Like, you probably would sit there and keep him down the golf path. I would have to think about it a little more, but you know what I wouldn't do? I wouldn't make him a fucking biker. That's one thing I will say that Vince McMahon and I have always fucking agreed on. He hated the fucking American Badass Taker, and so did I. So did I. CliffBot17 is going to close us out here by asking, would you ever consider doing a How I Would Have Booked series? Whether it be for a storyline or how you handled a certain wrestler, the past or future, you have amazing insights. Amazing is probably a strong word, but I appreciate the compliment nonetheless. I've done some booking videos over the years. I still think there's some people that seem to really enjoy my Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar booking video. You know what? Again, never say never. I wouldn't count on it. But it's kind of one of those things sometimes, like if I feel an inspiration to do something like that, then I very well might. I wouldn't count on it, though, at this point. So anyways, that's it for this Q&A. I thank everybody that asked their questions here, also for part 1. And don't despair if your questions didn't get answered this time. I will be doing other Q&As throughout the year. So probably expect at least another 1 or 2 before WrestleMania. So we'll have plenty of more time for this. So take care, everybody.